Nilfgaard shall regret this. I swear on all that is sacred and blessed.
Cześć, witam was bardzo serdecznie z tej strony Orchidia i witam was w kolejnym odcinku z Wojny Krwi, wiedźmińskich opowieści. Ja sobie tutaj przeszłam mapkę i okazuje się, że umknęły mi 3 złote skrzynie. Nie wiem kompletnie, gdzie je znaleźć, no ale już trudno. Żeby nie przedłużać, to no, chodźmy dalej po prostu. No, tak właśnie, gdzieś 7 znalazłam i 3 jakoś nie mogę znaleźć, no ale dobra.
Eve had ridden out of Lyria in early spring, her retinue modest, as none larger was needed for the brief summit of sovereigns. She returned now to her capital, at the head of an army that dragged behind it bandits and Nilfgaardian prisoners in chains. Niamh and Willem rode side by side past the cheering throngs, their faces frozen in regal smiles. It was not until they reached the castle stables that they found a corner in which to speak freely.
Welcome home, mother. Content I am to see you, to be sure.
No nie wiem, Willem, co żeś zrobił, chłopie.
And I'm happy to see you. Though I dare say I'd have been much happier to witness you leading an army towards Dravigrad.
No właśnie, a nie. W tym królestwie siedzi i oczywiście nic nie robi, nie? O.
Willem, I trusted you. Left the realm in your care.
Indeed. And I, in turn, did my utmost to choose the best course for...
Willem, don't be so damned courtly. There's no one else here. My son. Nilfgaard has invaded our home. We're at war. When rulers don't strive and don't choose, when rulers grab their swords and shields and ride out to defend their subjects.
You didn't let me finish.
No dobra, co masz do
All
powiedzenia?
right. Say what you wanted to, please.
I feared I'd be hasty, mother, and I didn't want to be. When we got word of the invasion, the lords convened at the castle. They demanded I hear them out. They wanted to give me counsel. If I'd rushed into the field to confront the foe, I'd have been half blind to the situation.
A ruler never knows all the options. Yet he must decide and act
Prawda.
nonetheless. I need to prepare. I'll see you at the Council of Peers.
And indeed she did, when the peers convened in the throne room. Surrounded by animal hides and Zerrikanian tapestries, the lords stood in tense silence, awaiting the queen.
We've myriad matters to resolve, so I trust you're well rested. Whatever the case, I've no doubt we shall meet the dawn afore we're done. Firstly, we must ask assistance. Pen a letter to King Demavend. Scribe, take this down. Dear... What? Uncle? Cousin? Blast. Again.
Your Grace, mother, the peers and I, we've come to propose another salute.
Yes? Out with...
We wish to acknowledge Nilfgaard's authority, pledge fealty to the Emperor.
Co?
I beg your pardon.
Co?
The black-clad hordes outnumber our forces manyfold, and they're far better equipped. We
Serio?
stand not the slightest chance against them in open.
Coś wymyślił, chłopie?
You will not lecture me about Nilfgaard's army, my son. All you know of them you garnered from coloured renderings, whereas I faced them at Dravigrad.
But your grace, the losses. For this fleeting victory in which you delight, how many of your subjects had to perish?
Ale serio myślicie, żeby się ugiąć przed Nilfgaardczykami? No.
Nay, never! Understood, Caldwell? Not ever!
I'd hoped to persuade you, but it seems I've failed. Nonetheless, the die's been cast. We've signed the accord with Nilfgaard. I know the
Zdrada!
lords stand with me.
The blood left Niamh's face. She had realized her son, who had ever professed to detest politics and shirked his duties as crown prince, had just stabbed her in the back, as had her entire court.
What is this? Treason to my eyes! The gallows is what awaits you!
Willem rules Lyria now. And should you not acquiesce and approve the accord, I fear only you, milady, shall have the pleasure to
What?
meet the
Caldwell
hangman.
też? Własny syn
Don't get ahead of yourself, Caldwell. My mother will not be harmed. Not one hair on her head. Understood? Confine the Queen to the tower.
You err deeply, my son.
The Queen was confined to a cell. Gilded armor she had traded for a simple robe. A courtly retinue for a swarm of rats. She was the very picture of misery. At the window of her cell, gripping the bars, Meve stood powerless. Her anger so great she wept.
Chciałam całą armię, nie?
Have I come at a bad time?
Weź mi się, Caldwell, nie pokazuj nawet na oczy, a nie?
Demons take you, Caldwell. You've long been at this scheme, haven't you? You left the strays of Sparla to roam the realm, to forage, so that I would have to look to them. And thus gained your cohorts the time they needed to complete Lyria's
You've seen through it all, that's clear. After the fact, of course, but still.
Willem. You turned him.
The boy's not fit to wear the crown. Hasn't sufficient wit nor valor. I know this. You know this.
Czyli Caldwell nas
Just-
zdradził ogólnie, tak.
Willem fancied himself a statesman. Wished terribly to prove he was one. I made it possible. I've been amply rewarded, I have.
You'll have neither my blessing nor congratulations.
I seek neither. Willem does not seek your death. Does not even fathom it, as you well know. Moreover, his resolve will wilt in time, and he'll wish to free you.
No, uważaj,
So,
pewno się
come
powiesz na
on.
prześcieradle.
I see. You wish to see me bow before you, lie prostrate, beg you for mercy. Plough yourself with a pike, Caldwell. And you needn't send your thugs. I'll not falter nor hesitate.
Adieu, your grace.
Meve felt a rush of despair, yet bit her lip to mute any weeping. Morning arrived with the sound of footsteps in the corridor. Meve rose from her cot and stood in the center of her cell.
O,
The Duke of Dogs.
dobrze, że go nie zabiliśmy wtedy. A ciekawe, czy jakbyśmy go zabili, to kto by nas uratował?
Titles seem senseless under the circumstances, don't you think? Let's forgo them. I'm Gascon.
Has Caldwell sent you?
A no and a no. Actually, you're free. How shall I put this? That cad, Count Caldwell, used yours truly and the strays as bait in a scheme aimed at kicking your shapely backside off your throne. Now, I'm hardly vindictive. First to forgive, in fact. Take your threat to send me to the gallows. Forgotten already. Yet being played for. So when the strays freed me, I knew what I'd do to spite the Count afore I disappeared. You've got to request it of me, my lady. Courteously.
No dobra, no. Ci będzie.
For my realm I will do this, and much, much more. Even bow for a brigand. Thus I beg you, Gascon, Duke of Dogs, grant me my freedom.
Ha! Incredible! I've lived to see someone grovel with dignity.
A jak?
You are free.
And grateful. Now please let me pass. I must get to the city jail at once.
Would you look at this woman? Free her from one prison, she flies off to the next.
They hold Reynard there. And if I've any ally left, anyone who...
Hold, my lady.
Have I any other option?
In a sense. See, they locked a few strays in the city pits too.
No połączmy siły, no
The
co?
Queen took Gascon up on his offer. Then she, Gascon, and the strays snuck through the city to its dungeon. Reynard had not wavered for a moment in his devotion to the Queen. Never the slouch, he had also not lost any time. Yet in leaving the jail, the company ran into trouble. When Caldwell's cutthroats had failed to find Meve in her cell waiting for her secret execution, they had informed the Count. He, in turn, dispatched patrols.
To walka, trzeba uciec im. I tak oto Lyryjczycy stanęli przeciw Lyryjczykom. Z początku Miw starała się uderzać tak, żeby nie zabijać, a jedynie zranić, ogłuszyć. Szybko jednak zdała sobie sprawę, że żołnierze walczący po przeciwnej stronie, których twarze znała z widzenia, którzy jeszcze kilka dni temu prążyli się przed nią w salucie, nie mają takich skrupułów. Trzeba było walczyć bet za bet. Okej, czyli znajdź drogę ucieczki. Po znalezieniu drogi ucieczki w ciągu 3 tur zdobądź więcej punktów od przeciwnika.
Gascon? Bloody hell, where'd you get to?
Co to jest? Ciemna
We must
lejka.
make haste. Caldwell's roused the whole city by now.
This harvest will be reaping black clad heads. Cursed traitors. My spirit's willing and how, but these damn boots are killing me.
Be warm, you dirty tart.
There's a time to reap, a time to
A,
sow.
przyszedł Gascon.
Didn't think I'd leave you just like that, did you?
No tak byśmy myśleli, więc
Honestly?
wiesz.
I did.
Zadaj losowemu wrogowi 2 punkty obrażeń, zmysł coś sojusznika, przynieść... Coś oni tu mają? Podłóż wszędzie ogień.
Left, right, left, right.
Yes?
Again, again, again.
Your Grace, what guarantee do we have that they won't stab us in the back?
No, żadnej. Tak właściwie.
You mad? Don't shake that!
Co mi to da, że ja tu podłożę? Chyba nic mi tu nie da.
I live to serve you.
Looking to dance, mate?
Ciekawe.
Army's a waste of time for one like me.
Without hesitation.
Może być celem.
This could hurt.
Znaczy, wydaje mi się, że mam przewagę, ale...
Right,
Wiem.
left, right.
Więc zobaczmy. Wciąż moja tura.
don't like this.
Back to the dust whence you came!
Okej. A, Ryan. Dobra. Teraz obczaiłam to. Co to jest brama? Aha. Okay. No dobra.
We'll catch 'em all!
No. No teraz nie może kart w ogóle położyć chyba. Daję. Dobra, zróbmy sobie tak.
Aye.
Puszmy tu.
Should've listened to
Rozkaz.
the old lady.
Kogo mamy? Okay. A co z moim rycerzem Ejcikiem? On też się odwrócił ode mnie? O, wygraliśmy. Hurray! Czekajcie, naleję sobie herbatki. O. Idealnie.
I thank you, Gascon. You and your men, for your aid.
'Tis nought, my lady. Strays never say no to a proper brawl.
No brawl this was. Sun rising against Mother. Lyrian striking at Lyrian. I fear a blood war's begun.
Czyli to jest ta
Come
wojna
now.
krwi, co?
Seems to me the war's ended. Your realm's lost to Nilfgaard. You've no army to speak of.
Then I shall assemble a new one. And with it have Caldwell hanged. And drive Nilfgaard back across the Yaruga.
You're mad. How will you find the men? Riding from hamlet to hamlet, speaking from atop a crate?
No. I shall find them in Edern. I've a favour to call in with King Demavend. And I'll sway volunteers to my cause.
Well, you've your first willing warriors already.
O, Gascon się teraz przyłączy, jak miło.
How so?
We've nothing left in Lyria. Our hideouts are compromised. Caldwell's sure to set a price. Besides, I'll be right tickled to see proud Queen me fighting elbow to elbow with a bandit she'd wish to...
Well, it is said my foe's foe is my friend.
No, też prawda.
And I'd be a fool to turn down assistance now, no matter who offers.
Dobra, mamy nowe karty.
Very high-minded of you, my lady. So, shall we shake on? Nay? Well then, the high road beckons. Though first we must escape the city with
A
our
ciekawe, co
lives.
jakbyśmy go zabili,
Follow
bo
me.
mieliśmy opcję go zabić, tak jakby. Wcześniej.
Lyria was hers no more. Meve now had to flee her capital and realm as quickly as she could. Wont to travel the city streets in a gilded carriage, the Queen now saw them from a slightly different vantage point.
Is this the only way? Are you quite certain? The Queen?
Is a common fugitive now, so she'd do better to pinch her nose and whinge not at all.
At long last, Meve reached the gate. Yet this she found shut tight, locked and guarded.
Gods be damned.
Easy, your grace. Nothing we can't solve with a quiver full of quarrels.
Those are our men.
They were, Reynard, were.
Właśnie byli.
Gascon's raiders were poised to loose their bolts, but were thwarted when the Queen stepped out in front of them.
What's she... Your Majesty? I've orders to arrest your grace.
Place me in irons then.
Please understand, I haven't a choice.
Fear not. You'll be rewarded by Caldwell in Nilfgaardian Florence.
The captain's head dropped. His cheeks burned crimson.
Go, your grace. Flee now, but only to return.
Remember this, Gascon. I'm no fugitive. I'm a queen, robbed of her rightful crown. And though I may need to venture to the world's end before I return, I shall have it back.
Och. Nice. Jakiś pipelot dostałam. Szaleństwo.
Having fled Lyria, Queen Meve ventured into Edir, her old friend Reynard and new ally Gascon at her side. The war had bitten into this land too. Still, Meve hoped to sway King Demavend to her cause, and with his aid, to oust the traitors, retake her throne, and drive the Nilfgaardian invader from her realm. Yet to start, she was forced to fight, Scoia'tael no less. Emerging from a wood, Meve's retinue encountered a unit of elven rebels just moments from hanging a handful of prisoners. Among the latter, the queen spotted a woman, a proud warrior with a striking, thick black braid.
The lass I believe I know.
Well, unless we rush to her rescue, it'll soon be you knew her.
Well said. Lyrians, attack!
No to się porobiło. Ogólnie. Meve po raz pierwszy walczyła ze Scoia'tael, bojownikami o sprawę nieludzi. Ich nazwa oznacza we wspólnej mowie wiewiórki i pochodzi od rudych ogonów, które partyzanci przytraczali do czapek i hełmów. Był to ich znak rozpoznawczy, podobnie jak mrożące krew w żyłach okrucieństwo, z jakim traktowali ludzkich jeńców. Eliminu egzekutorów Scoia'tael nie pozwól, żeby czarna Rayla zginęła. Czarna Rayla? Coś mi to mówi też. Była czarna Rayla. Czemu ja ją kojarzę też? Dobra, mamy nową talię, więc pewnie będę to robić po kilka razy, znając życie. No ale dobra. Ja już mogę wymienić karty, ale na razie nie ogarniam tych kart. Dobra, 5 trach na początku, który zniszczy czarną Raylę. Serio? Musimy ich zniszczyć. O. Kurde, to jest źle 5 tur. No, ognia nie możemy podłożyć w rzędzie. Bardzo. Tak lipa trochę powiedziała, bo... Dobra.
Nay, Dwanve camest.
No ale to jak ja mam? Dobra, spróbujmy z tym ogniem.
Don't shake that!
Free the warrior!
Sensu.
Ever have a stone knock out one of your teeth?
No nie, to chciałam zrobić, no.
I shall not fail! The elves, scatter them! They block our path!
Dobra, czy ja mogę ją zaatakować jakoś? Kurde. Nic tu nie zrobię chyba.
We're too late.
Raszka. No dobra, zmień się ubranie na schisiu na po lewej stronie.
Hang the butcher! Valoa!
She can't breathe, Your Grace. We must rush to her aid.
Coin never stinks, no matter how rank the pouch.
Nay, Dwanve camest.
Catch!
Coin!
Free the warrior!
We'll catch 'em all!
Dobra, czas powinien móc starczyć.
The elves!
No nie, no i
They block our path.
po grzyba to zrobiło. A. No i bez sensu.
Aye.
Bez sensu, no. Kurde.
We're too late. Hang the butcher! Valoa!
She can't breathe, Your Grace. We must rush to her aid.
Dobra, zrobimy tak.
Thing about slings, they hide well.
I tak, i zrobimy tak. Dobra, muszę się ich pozbyć. Ha, to było takie proste? Serio? O Boziu.
The Scoia'tael warriors shocked the queen with their speed, their cunning, and their cruelty. Yet in the end, the Lyrians prevailed. When the
1,000 thanks, Your Grace.
No
Heard
nie,
many
spoko.
tales of your valor. Pleased to see there weren't just flattery and propaganda.
Black Rayla. Hagar, we saw you there. You command King Demoven's
That's right. Though not many remain to command.
So I see. How did it come to...
My liege sent me to wipe out a Scoia'tael band, led by a rat called Eldane. Followed the vermin's tracks for several days, straight into his...
Hunting elves in the woods. Truly inspired, I must say.
Had no choice. Doing nothing would have brought us surer, swifter doom. The Black Clad have
Elfy
invaded
pomagają
Eldane,
Nilfgaardczykom?
thanks to
What the
elven
fuck?
aid.
You mean to say Nilfgaard's broken your defense?
Aye. Though their march will soon halt, believe me. To advance, they'll have to take Rosberg.
Rayla, the black swarm I have beheld. Endless lines of infant...
Your meaning, my lady?
That we must prepare for the worst.
I'll convey your grace's words to the king.
I'd rather hope to convey them myself. I have come to Edirne seeking aid. I wish to ask Demoven...
The king is in Rosberg, overseeing siege preparations. I'm heading that way too to report on our skirmish with the Scoia'tael.
Mamy czarną Railę. Tym.
Excellent. Guide off.
No to dobrze. Okej. No to powiem wam, że ten odcineczek to taki trochę fabularny był odcineczek. Mało raczej łażenia i zbierania i innych pobocznych rzeczy. Także mam nadzieję, że on wam się podobał. I co? Widzimy się w następnym. Także do zobaczenia. Trzymajcie się. Cześć.